Hello everyone, I am Gaikwad Balaji Apparao, Assistant Professor from Swami Vivekananda Mahavidyalaya Utkir, District Latur, State Maharashtra. Today we have learned the first chapter of the DBMS. Our first chapter name is Introduction to DBMS. We have learned the subpoints: Introduction, Definition, Application Area. Second point is the characteristics of DBMS. Then data models. Then we have learned the structure of DBMS. Then data independence, then users of DBMS, and last one, advantage and disadvantages of the DBMS. All these are the subpoints of the first chapters. We have learned one by one. Basically, what is meant by DBMS? First we can understand, then we can learn one by one subpoints. DBMS stands as a database management system. It is basically using for manipulation of the data. And as per I will give the one simple example where to use the DBMS. Basically, DBMS is using in the banking system, some universities or other organization area where the data is manipulated. Just we have learned the basic points this DBMS through this in this slide. In this slide, the first point is we have understand what is meant by data, then information, then what is meant by DBMS or database. Basically, what is meant by data? Data is nothing but it is a raw material for any kind of information. Okay. And what is meant by information? The collections of data, it is formed information. Let us first you understand what is meant by data. Data is a raw material. Then numbers of data, it is form of information. And what is meant by database? A meaningful and coherent collections of data is called the database. Yes. Then we can basically understand the concept what is meant by database. Database is nothing but it is the collections of data, then create the information, and that information is stored at one place, and that place is called the database. The numbers of database is present in the current market systems, and it is numbers of just like as a MS Access, Oracle, all these are the databases. We can store the data in that databases. Then we can understand in the next slides what is the applications area we have to use the databases. We can I have recently sent the banking sector. DBMS is basically used in the banking sector to store the numbers of account folder names, account numbers, their PAN numbers, their Aadhaar number. All the details are stored in one place, and that is called the database. And that database is used in the banking systems. Next one is the airline systems. Airline is another example we can say where we can reserve our reservation plane tickets or staff their staff data is stored in the one database. Airline system is also using the database. Then we can say it is the universities. In university, the numbers of students data is present, then employees data is present, the numbers of notices are present. All these are data is stored in the one single place, and the single place is nothing but it is the one database of the university. Then we can also using in the sales and marketing the numbers of digital platforms we can use for the sales and marketing. All these are data stored in the one place, and that place is nothing but it is a database place. All these are the applications. In the behalf of this examples, the numbers of applications area where the database is used. In this next slide, we can clarify the numbers of characteristics in this of the databases. Here the one by one we have seen the characteristics. First one is the real world entity, second one is the relation based tables, third one is the isolation of data and application, fourth one is the less redundancy. All these are I will clear one by one. What is meant by real world entity? Entity it is nothing but it is the one anything they have some properties, then we can say it is the entity. DBMS is more elastic and useful real world entities to design its architecture. That's why you can say. Next one is the relation based database. Relation database based, it is the one of the characteristics. Why we can say it is a relation based tables. The numbers of DBMS tables are tables in the DBMS. If I will give the one simple example, in the banking system, the account numbers have the number account details are present in the one table. Their name, his account number, his PAN number, his account details. All these are we can create the numbers of tables for these attributes, and these attributes are connected to each other through the tables. Yes, we can say it is the relation based tables. Next one is the isolation of data and application. Here we can see the DBMS is store the metadata. Metadata is nothing but it is the data about data. Next one is the less redundancy. Redundancy is nothing but it is the avoid the duplications. DBMS avoid the duplications. We can say it is the consistency. Consistency means the consistent performance to the users. It is the one of the important characteristics of the DBMS. Then query language. Query language, why you can say it is the query language? DBMS totally depends on the some just like as a one command lines, or you can say it is a one coding language. We can say suppose I will give the one simple example, select asterisk from particular table. That is the one kind of language we can communicate that particular system, DBMS system. That we can say it is a query language. Asset properties, they have the numbers of asset properties: atomicity, consistency, isolation, durability. All these are, we can say it is the asset property. I will clear after this chapter. Again, so we can set the multi-user and concurrent access. Yes, DBMS have numbers of user we can connect to the one single system. Then multiple views is also one characteristics of the DBMS. And security. Yes, obviously DBMS provide the numbers of security. Here I have stopped in this lecture. Then I will be continuing the next one. Thank you.